Hello, welcome back to the channel. So we have some exciting news, some confirmations, and we're gonna go over all of it. So the first and probably my favorite change that has been officially announced and confirmed is the energy change. It is gonna go from a measly 180 to a surprisingly beautiful 240. I cannot express how happy I am. It was one of the things I was mainly concerned about, of them being turned away from the game because you have to log in twice a day. It wasn't going to fit for people. But now they did it a simple once a day. I feel like that is going to go perfectly. It's going to go over beautifully, and it is going to make people want to play the game more. It is a phenomenal change, and I cannot be more ecstatic about them doing that. It has also been officially confirmed that the story will not cost any energy. Just play the missions as you go. Awesome. Another thing they changed is the rally commission. When you need to go through it, you don't have to farm it over and over again, just spamming it as much as you can, just doing the same thing over and over again. It's going to be a single dungeon-like scenario. You do it once, and then after that, it's going to be different scenarios that you unlock, and it's going to be on a weekly rotation, which is going to be great. It's going to help with not getting bored doing the same thing over and over again. And it's looking real good. They're trying to keep the monotony of just banging your head against the wall doing the same thing over and over again in check. And honestly, they're doing great things. Just about, if you saw the other video I had, just about everything I talked about in that video has been addressed in these updates. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the very disliked TV system. So it's pretty much the same system, but now we have added a 2x speed that you can put on the TV system, so you're not going as slow as a freaking turtle. You're going to be able to speed through that and do it as fast as you want, so you can get straight into the gameplay in these scenarios. Honestly, I feel like that'll help a lot of people. They really didn't like how slow it was. It just felt really tedious, really boring, and really unnecessary. Now, they haven't taken the whole system out, which I get it. It's core. You can't really just take it out, scrap it, and do a whole new thing. But I feel like this is the next best solution, and it's great. It's looking real good. Now, the next thing we're going to be talking about is the characters have a whole new role system put in. So the roles are going to be attack, stun, anomaly, support, and defense. I think that's going to be going over great. It's going to give it more of a variety of this character is going to fit this niche, this character is going to fit that niche, so on and so forth. They have also added these kind of systems to the W engines, which are the weapons. It's pretty much going to act like the Honkai Star Rail system, where just for a reference, if you have a destruction light cone, it's gonna work with all the effects on a destruction character. You could still put it on a harmony character, it's just not gonna have all the bonus effects that it would. So I feel like it's gonna be alright. It might have a little bit of drawback, so it's not as universal everything like all the weapons, but it is what it is. I think it will be fine. It'll help people kind of have a different class of this weapon's going to go with this character, and kind of guide you to where certain engines should go. That's alright, that's cool. Now let's get straight on to the next one, and probably one of my favorite changes in this. Yes, I like the energy, but this one is also fantastic. So the Bang Boos, the little rabbit dudes, they're going to be pretty good in combat now. You're going to be able to tag them out when you're doing your combat chains, and you're going to be able to use them in your chains. I'm going to assume different ones do different things in battle, but it's going to be nice that they're not just going to be forgotten and left in the background like they have been. They're going to be able to switch in and out and, do a little bit. Now, you don't have to use them in the chains. It's just a little bit extra if you want to spice it up. If you do use them, you can only use them a limited amount of times from what I heard. But, it's all good. Now, another thing they changed with the Bang Boos is they're going to be getting their own special banner. Yes, so we're going to have a total of 4 banners. We're going to have the limited banner, the standard banner, the W engine banner, and now the Bang Boo banner. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh crap, another thing to spend currency on. I don't have the wallet for this. Well, fear not. For the currency for the Bang Boos are, you just get them by doing things in the game, doing little events or different modes. You get pulls. You can't buy any of the pulls for the Bang Boos except for a couple pulls, about 5 or so, in the Battle Pass. Now, every Battle Pass, it's only 5 pulls. It's not really anything, and you can't buy more outside of that. So this banner is going to be basically a purely free-to-play banner where you just get it by playing the game, which is nice. It's gonna add a little bit more, and it's not going to dilute the pool on the rest of the banners. So you're not gonna have characters, engines, Bang Boos, all that mashed into one banner. They're separating that, so it's not as many different things, which is a complete plus. And the fact that they made it a free-to-play banner is also amazing. I couldn't have expected more with this, and I feel like people really like it. It's a completely positive change. I don't see any real negatives. You're not going to be getting as many Bang Boos, but it sounds like they're trying to make them more useful instead of just background characters that you just equip and leave them. So I feel like with them doing this, they're going to put more of a focus on them, make them more useful and more eye-catching. It's great change. It's purely great. Now, they are also giving ZZZ a big boy upgrade. They're giving it difficulty stages. People were complaining it was too easy, face roll, yada yada yada. Now they have a casual and a challenge mode. Now some people are still saying that challenge mode isn't really that challenging, but it's at least a start. And the challenge mode scales with you in levels. So it won't be a constant like, oh, they're level 80, I'm level 100 type stuff. It'll scale with you so you can keep getting challenged and not get too bored with it, which is great. Now, the in-game mode, Hollow Zero, has gotten a little bit of a revamp. It is kind of like HSR's simulated universe, which is great because the simulated universe in Honkai Star Rail has blown up into what it was to what it is now. It has added so many different modes, innovated so much onto the singular mode that it has, and if they have that kind of same mentality of putting the Hollow Zero in here and taking a little bit of inspiration from Honkai, this mode will be super fun, have a lot of longevity, won't get too boring as long as they keep updating it like Honkai does. It'll be a fantastic mode, and if they keep with the combat, they keep with the buffs and everything that you'll get through it, it'll be great, and it's honestly going to be a real good change of pace, because they also added their own version of Memory of Chaos, which is the Shiyu defense. There's nothing too much to say about it per se, except it is going to be the in-game mode, very challenging. It's supposed to challenge you completely. It'll be as hard as they can make it at the moment, and to really test how good you are understanding the mechanics of the game, if you've leveled your character enough. And you will eventually be using 2 teams to complete the whole Shiyu defense, so you'll need to build at least 6 characters at the very least to be able to completely beat the in-game mode of Shiyu defense. Now, another fantastic thing that has been confirmed is that we will be getting a standard S rank selector for the standard banner after 300 pulls. That is fantastic. 300 pulls gives us enough time to either get lucky with the characters we want, or I don't think it's too far ahead. It will take some time. I don't remember the exact time that Star Rail it took us for it to get there, but I think it was about half a year or so, something to that effect. Do not quote me on that, but it's going to be great. It'll be at least something to work towards, so that we aren't just not really thinking about anything. It'll give us a little bit of a goal to reach. It's not going to be a fantastic goal, but a free 5-star is a free 5-star. And, you know, I was always looking forward to it on Star Rail, and I don't feel like I'll be thinking of this one any differently. When you're always playing free-to-play, which I will be free-to-play in Zenless Zone Zero, it really helps with everything that you can get your hands on. And another thing that they're talking about is they're also adding a new area, the Lumina Square. Now, the area looks great, but it also shows that they're not really having us linger in the same area and getting bored for too long. They're thinking ahead, trying to prepare new zones, and make sure that we're not staying in one area for too long, and that we're able to see different areas and see what they can do with the game. It may be an instanced game, but that doesn't mean they can't make it look beautiful. It really shows that they're putting forethought into the game so that it can be successful. All these changes that I've been talking about are fantastic changes. All of them are pretty much everything I was pretty much talking about in my other video about this game, and I cannot be more excited. With all these changes put into effect, this game will surely become a top 5 gacha game. It has the potential, if they just stay with it, keep putting the love and care into this game that they've done with other games. I'm sure that this game will pop off, be one of the greats. It really has the potential. They have the facial design, the character design, the gameplay looks good, and all these changes, they're really thinking about the player and not just trying to think of us as wallets playing a game. Now, tell me what you think of these changes down below. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more of this content, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday at twitch.tv/cryptidbeasts. I would appreciate it if you would stop by and say hello. I'm gonna be trying to stream a little bit more, but Tuesday and Thursday are my solid schedule. Please give this video a like and comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.